You are now listening to Effin Radio.
And welcome to F&B Radio. My name is Lindsay Collins, and I am your host. Thank you so much for listening. I guess you haven't listened to anything yet, but, you turned it on. That's a start. That's not saying no. That's saying yes, which is a nice thing to do. I appreciate you. This show is loosely about food, mostly just about, who knows? But I did do a lot of food stuff this week, I feel like. Right now, the smell of food is making it hard for me to concentrate on this podcast. Jeremy's currently out there being a king among men and making me my very favorite chickpea curry kale stew. I had said dental work done on Monday, but then they brought me back today to have extra work done. They were like, lucky you, she had a cancellation. Just come on back. And I was like, twice in 1 week? I just saw you. Let's take some time apart. Like, you guys are coming on too strong. Me and the dentist, we're just like, I know I said I liked him on the last episode, but I feel like I've given them the wrong impression. Like I got my wires crossed. But anyway, my teeth are so painful right now because they did not one, but two cavities. And so he's making me a stew, my favorite stew. And it's rainy outside, and the smell of ginger and garlic and sweet onion just gently relaxing in olive oil that's been scented with curry. It's just really, God, it's smelling good. I'm ready to cozy up in my new pajamas and enjoy my evening. But I have to do this first. I want to do this first. I get to do this first, however you want to say it. I'm so excited to be here as always. Thank you guys for just continuing to come back. I did do stuff with food this week. So you'll be excited to know this won't just be about me and my neuroses. Don't worry, there'll be plenty of that if that's your flavor. But I was so excited because I got to submit to the Daily Digest, which is the Post and Courier. That's our paper here in Charleston. And I was really had a lot of fun doing it. It's a cool column that they put out where they just take a reader's daily, what they eat in a day. Not to be confused with those creepy ones on Instagram where it's like, here's what I eat in a day. And it's just like a whisper. It's not even food. It's just like some very skinny woman on there being like, here's what I eat in a day. And she's just holding up like an ice cube and a cotton ball. And you're like, that's sad. I don't want to see what people eat in a day in that regard. When it's linked to fitness, I'm less interested, but I've noticed it's incredibly popular on Instagram. Or maybe they just target it at me because I am into fitness, but I'm not into not eating. So I don't know why I keep getting served those ads of these women dancing and then it's showing me like they're like a teaspoon of acai puree that they ate. And they're like, so filling. But this is more like, here's where I ate. So when I was asking Kaylin, who was kind enough to let me submit my daily, not even what I eat every day. It was just like what I eat today. It happened to be from a few weeks ago because, spoiler alert, that's how the paper works. They don't just write it the night before like this podcast. They actually, they put some thought into it. So I wrote this a few weeks back and I ended up like kind of chronicling a day that I made food and ate some leftovers. So I wanted to make sure I was like, I feel bad. I want to like shout out restaurants. But I cook a lot. And she was like, no, it's cool. Just put down whatever you ate that day. No rules. So I used a particularly delicious lazy Sunday that I had where I made a roast chicken with jammy tomatoes and garlic confit. Anyway, I wrote it all down and it's on there. It's on the Post and Courier's website. You can go to Daily Digest and look up the most recent one and you can check it out. I had a lot of fun reading it. It's always fun to see something in print and be like, whoa, they did that. They put in what I said. That's nice. And it was a very nice because I got a lot of like feedback in the DMs. And one, I was like getting this message from someone I didn't know. You know how it like puts it into I'm not very good at my DMs. So if you've ever DM'd me and then I didn't respond, even though it said that I looked at it, don't take it personally, or do if I don't like you. But most of the time, it's not because I don't like you. It's just because I'm not that good at responding to them in a timely fashion. But in some cases, it's if it's somebody that doesn't follow me. You guys know how Instagram works. Like it puts it into some other folder. Like I don't know. It's like the dark web or something. But it was just like so and so is trying to send you a message, and I looked at the name, and I normally don't look at those because I'm like, if I don't like already know them, I probably don't want to read whatever bot is trying to sell me something. But this one, the name, the Instagram handle was so good. I was like, all right, I'll click on this. I'll take the bait. And it said Cheese Straw Lady. And I was like, okay, Cheese Straw Lady. That's a great Instagram handle. Like, who are you? I want to know more. Like, I need to know more right away. You're Cheese Straw Lady? Get in here. Get into the regular DMs. You can come out of the dark web DMs. You can come on into this one. And it turned out to be my really, really great friend Henry Riggs' mother. And it was so sweet because I've said that on this on the podcast before, but my grandmother, who's long since passed, on my mom's side, she used to read the Post and Courier every single day when it was, I believe, the Evening Post or the News and Courier. They kind of merged and became the Post and Courier. I'm probably saying that wrong, but in any case, she used to read the one with the word courier in it. Every single day, she did the crossword. She looked at the stuff. She read the obituaries. She read the reviews. She was just really a paper person. And that's something that I deeply admire because my generation will never know that. We'll read them online, and I'm like sharing them online, and that's some version of that. But there's something so romantic about reading the paper every single day. And so it really touched me that Henry's mom must also be a classy lady that reads the paper. But anyway, she was like, I really liked your article and sent me a very nice note. And so I wanted to shout her out. Becky, thank you so much for reading. And I don't know if you listened to this, but thank you. Henry occasionally will message me and say that he's listened to the show. So I'm always honored to know that people that I love and respect also listen. But it was even better to get a message from his mom because moms don't get in the DMs enough. Or maybe that's for the best. But in any case, this was a good example of like when Cheese Straw Lady can get in my DMs. Don't try to follow her, okay? She's private. Only that's for me and her. You don't get to be friends with Cheese Straw Lady. Let's give her space. But me and her, we're cool. So thank you to everyone who read that, who shared it, who liked it, or sent me a thing and said, I'm going to make that because it was kind of a particularly good day. Sometimes I eat nothing but olives and chips and just who knows what, random sandwiches and donuts and like just whatever the kids don't eat. And then some days I really knock it out of the park and I make a chicken with roasted garlic. So that happened to be one of those days. And I was excited to put it in the paper. Anyway, I'm excited to keep reading those. The Daily Digest. It's cool. You should check it out. What else, guys? That I made that, and then I haven't eaten things since. No, I have. I've been just really, 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 really like. I hate saying that I'm busy, but things have been in a good way busy. Like I feel like I've been getting to do a lot of creative projects, a lot of like events and stuff that I want to go to. And seeing more people out, and it feels really fun. I'm excited for this fall season because it feels like people are getting back out there. And in the spirit of that, I'm going to tease out a little event that I'm throwing. That's the thing now. Every single podcast, I'm just like, hey, you want to come to this? But that's what it is. That's kind of the point of a podcast, if you really think about it, unless it's a true crime podcast, and then it's something totally different. But, yeah, we are doing a very special event that's coming up. I want you to save a couple of dates. Okay, there's layers. It's like an onion, this event. There's so many fucking layers to this event. But it's at my house, which that feels kind of scary to even say on here because I'm like, I never thought about that. But yeah, we are selling tickets to an event at my house. It's going to be in my own home, the home of F&B Radio and the other people that live here. It's an art show. And It's a cocktail party. It's a hybrid event. It's called Taste. Just taste, not good taste, not bad taste, just taste. And it's going to be sort of a mashup of like what I love to do and what Jeremy does and what he's so great at. But there's so many fun surprises. That's why I say it's like an onion. It's like a bloomin' onion, honestly, because it's deep fried, it's crispy, it's golden brown, delicious, it's exciting, it's sweet, it's salty, it's all of the things. It features the one and only Robert Pratt, who is my long standing friend who I've known since I worked in New York. He's worked at amazing places like Per Se. He was the maitre d' at the French Laundry. He most recently worked at King. He's just everywhere you want to be. He's been there. He's amazing. He's an incredible ambassador of hospitality. And not only that, but he's an amazing, amazing cook. He graduated from the CIA. Like, I could just go on forever about all of his stats. Like, he's just one of the funniest people I know. And he truly is like my oldest son. He's not that much. I am a little bit older than him, but he's still like my son. You know, it's not like biological, because that would be weird if I was 2 and had a child, but he's my baby boy. You know what I'm saying? And he's coming down all the way from New York City to cook this dinner with me. There's going to be other special guests in the kitchen that I'm not even letting the cat out of the bag yet because I don't want to like blow the surprise. But there will be some really, really fun mystery guests in the kitchen along with me and Robert Pratt. But the best part is it's a cocktail party with fancy bites, wet martinis, like all of my favorite things. We finalized the menu yesterday, and it's honestly, I'm resisting the urge to say too much. It's really hard because I want to tell you all of the most amazing things that we're going to put on there. But it's going to be really just like small, delicious, impactful bites. Nothing you have to eat with a fork. Everything's like fancy finger food. Wet martinis galore. We're capping the event at 50 people just because my house isn't that big and I don't want a crowd, because 50 people is a crowd. 50 people feels like a wedding. I've never been married, but it feels like a wedding. And yeah, we're going to release tickets on September 2nd. So that's not this Friday, but next Friday at 12 a.m. Tickets are going live. You'll be able to buy them. There's going to be links. I'm going to put it all into Instagram, and you'll be able to buy tickets to come and eat and drink with us. But the best part is the party is an art auction featuring 7 amazing artists, really 8, because if you're counting Sean Money and Elizabeth Faye, which are kind of like this 2-headed monster genius that's putting in a photo. It's a crazy stacked lineup of artists. It's Sean Money and Elizabeth Faye, Nathan McClements, Bay Sapphire, a.k.a. Bailey Desiree, a.k.a. Bailey Bialy. She has so many names, and if you've ever seen any of her work, it's incredible. Isabel Bornstein, a.k.a. Born a Collage, is putting in a piece. Andrew King is putting in, it's like I don't even know how to describe this piece. It's unbelievable. I'm not going to give away anything, but expect the unexpected. It's going to be so much fun. Katie Mixon is putting in a piece. Chloe Hogan is putting in a piece. I'm so excited. Like, I've seen the art. I have the like luck and good fortune to be on the behind the scenes kind of planning of this party. And I haven't seen the exact like work they're putting in, but if you follow them, I'm going to put all of their handles in here so you can go follow them. So they're in the show notes, but check out their work, because the art auction is meant to be kind of a wacky, like turn it on its head version, like demented version of Christie's. It's not going to be pretentious at all. It's going to be an actual like comedic spectacle, not in the way that it's making fun of the artist in any case, but me and Robert are going to be acting as auctioneer. The bidding will start at $150. That's $150 American dollars. And it is extremely low. Like, these artists sell for way, way, way more than that. But it's meant to kind of be fun. So if you collect art, if you like food, if you've ever wanted to like come to my house and have me make you a martini while you buy art in the form of an auction, which just like the idea of an auction in general makes me laugh so much that I just know it's going to be so fun. I can't wait to see who shows up. I can't wait to see how the night unfolds. We're really building a mystery a la Sarah McLachlan before she started doing the pet videos. It's crazy. It's going to be so fun. It's October 15th. That's the night of the actual event, but tickets go on sale September 2nd. So next Friday, I will release all of the tickets, and definitely grab one or share it with somebody that you think is into art and fancy food and silly, ridiculous times and insane spectacle, because it's going to be a party. And I can tell you, just being the hermit that I am, I'm not going to be throwing a lot of these. I just wanted to do this because I was so inspired after Jeremy's show. The amazing artists that were there, the people that came out and just saw how exciting it is to just throw a fun party. It just reminded me how much I actually do like people. So who knows? I'll probably regret it later and be like, okay, we're not doing that for another 5 years. Is there any more pandemics coming around? Because I got to go back into hiding. But for now, I'm feeling froggy. I want to have a party. I want to have a fancy party. And just all jokes aside, the artists that are featured on the show, I love all of their work so much. And you guys know how I feel about supporting artists. It's literally Jeremy's. Oh my God. Jeremy's putting in a painting. I didn't even say that. What a psychopath. I mean, I feel like it's understood because he's a painter and it's at our house. But Jeremy will also have a piece in the show. Yeah, it's crazy. It's going to be really, really, really fun. So definitely keep your eyes out for tickets. I hope you guys can grab a ticket and come. The ticket just covers the price of food. We're probably gonna lose money on this event actually, but I hope the artists make some money. But the food and drinks, the tickets are gonna be very, very reasonable. And it's just gonna cover all of your fancy bites. Think caviar. Think just fancy, fancy bites. And I can't wait to have you guys here. Oh my God. We're going to do more podcasts kind of talking about what's actually going to happen and keep reminding you. But put it on your calendar. October 15th, 7 p.m. Get ready to put that paddle up and buy some amazing art from some of my favorite artists in this city. This city is just rich with talent. It really is. So I can't wait to showcase that in our house and honestly just throw down. I'm even sending the children away. That's how you know I'm serious. Not forever. That sounded like I was that sounded like it was the 1800s and I was going to ask my sister to raise them and pretend that they were her own. And just never come back for them. I'm not sending them away like that. I mean, they're going to go to my mom's for the weekend. So it's going to be a party. And I very seldom, but when I do party, I like to party. So keep your eyes out for tickets to Taste. I'm so thrilled. My friend Amanda Greeley, who is an all-around out-and-out genius. I say that like a lot, but I really do mean it. She helped us. She took a very, very raw idea that I had for a poster, and she made something truly beautiful out of it. So I'm going to post that next Friday. I can't wait. Yeah, what else? I think that's it. I was texting back and forth with a friend of mine, Abigail. She read the article and saw the Clafou tea, the cherry Clafou tea that was mentioned in the Post and Courier that I made. And she said, I haven't been able to get it out of my head. It's haunting me. But she said she wants to make one that's in the fall, that's pear and rosemary and lemon zest and salt in a Clafou tea. And I'm not going to be able to get that out of my head. I got to make it. So I'm very excited. I'm anticipating, even though it's still hot as shit here, I'm very much looking forward to fall cooking. And I can barely talk about it anymore because the smell of the soup is just becoming too much for me to bear right now. So I'm going to have to sign off. But I've got some exciting guests coming up. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you guys for being here week after week and continuing to support the show. If you would like to sponsor the show, you know what to do. You can email me at fnbradio@gmail.com. That's EFFINBRADIO@gmail.com. And we can talk about a sponsorship. It's really fun. It's where I basically do what I just did for my own event. But I do it for yours. Or your very nice olive oil, or your mid-grade olive oil, or your sea salt. or your eggs. We've been over this. You guys know what I'm looking for. I would love to get this show sponsored. So hit me up. And thank you. Thank you for being here. I can't wait for this party. It's really only a month away. It's not even that far away. It's already, by the time you hear this, it's it's August 26th. And then we basically just have September, which is going to fly. And then it's time to party. Next Friday, mark your calendars. Get your tickets. They're going to go fast. There's really not a lot of them. So that's the blessing and the curse. I know I'm going to be upset because I'm going to have to be like, no, my little house can't fit any more of you. But anyway, you guys are the best. Thank you so much for listening. I'll see you next week. Bye. 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 Bye.